Forgetfulness, why it happens and how to manage it. Forgetfulness is a state familiar to everyone, but for some, it becomes a constant companion. Psychologists and neuroscientists identify several types of chronic absent-mindedness and explain the mechanisms behind them. Why does this happen? Persistent forgetfulness is rarely about bad memory itself. Most often, the issue lies in attention mechanisms and information processing. The autopilot phenomenon. Many actions are performed mechanically. If a person isn't focused at the moment they put their keys on the table, the brain simply doesn't create a tag for that event. Consequently, there is nothing for the memory to play back because the recording was never made. Cognitive overload. In the age of information noise, the brain activates a defense mechanism, filtering. When there are too many tasks, working memory overflows, and the brain starts discarding minor details, like buying milk or replying to a message, to preserve resources for more important matters. ADHD and neurodiversity. For people with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, forgetfulness is a baseline state. Their brains constantly switch between stimuli. While walking to get their glasses, they might notice an interesting book, start flipping through it, and the original goal is completely erased from their working memory. Psychological factors. Stress and cortisol. High levels of stress hormones literally block access to the hippocampus, the area of the brain responsible for memory. Anxiety. A person can be so immersed in worrying about the future that they fail to register the present. Profile of an absent-minded person. Such individuals often possess specific traits. High creativity. While the brain is busy generating ideas, everyday trifles are ignored as insignificant. Tunnel vision. They can be incredibly focused on a single project while forgetting to eat or pick up dry cleaning. Propensity for multitasking. By trying to do 5 things at once, they lose focus on each one. How to live with it. People aware of this trait usually develop an external memory system. Strict visual control. Keys always go in one specific bowl, the phone only on one specific shelf. Digital crutches. Calendars, reminders, and sticky notes on every surface. The vocalizing habit. Saying aloud, "I am turning off the iron," or "I am putting my passport in the side pocket." This helps move the action from automatic to conscious. Interesting fact. Research suggests that forgetfulness can be a sign of high intelligence. The brain deliberately discards old or irrelevant information to make room for decision-making and analyzing new data. This is called memory optimization. How to get rid of it? You likely won't eliminate forgetfulness entirely, nor should you, as the brain needs to filter clutter, but you can significantly reduce its impact. The main strategy is to stop trying to force your memory and start creating a system of external supports. 1. The 1-second rule vocalizing method. When doing something routine, say it out loud. It engages auditory memory. Visual anchors. Do something unusual. For example, move a ring to a different finger to remind yourself to perform a task later. As long as the ring feels wrong, the brain will remember the task. 2. Offloading working memory. Our brains are great at generating ideas, but terrible at storing lists. Write everything down. Use phone notes or stickers the second a thought occurs. The 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Don't write it down, just finish it so it stops consuming your mental energy. 3. Organizing space. Choice architecture. Entry-exit station. Assign one shelf or hook by the door strictly for keys and wallets. The obstacle method. If you need to bring a folder to work tomorrow, place it directly on top of your shoes. You literally cannot leave without noticing it. 4. Cognitive hygiene. Reject multitasking. The brain doesn't do two things at once. It just switches rapidly, which exhausts your attention span. Information detox. Limit endless scrolling. Excess short-form content trains the brain for clip thinking, where info doesn't stick for more than 15 seconds. 5. Physiology. Sleep. Short-term memory converts to long-term memory during sleep. Supplements. Check your levels of vitamin B12, D, and iron. Deficiencies are common medical causes of brain fog. Where to start today? Pick one item you lose most often, for example, headphones, and assign it a strictly defined home. Promise yourself for 1 week to put them only there. Once that becomes a habit, add the next control zone. In your case, do you think this is more about having too much on your plate right now, or has it been a personality trait since childhood?